Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans? Well, before I talk about where we are, I just want to mention to everybody that has asked us about this in the past, we now have a P.O. box. Woohoo! So I will put down in the description our address for the P.O. box, and so people can send us cards and letters and whatever you'd like. So, but yeah, we've had some people say, hey, I want to send you something. So we did the most YouTuber thing we could think of. Got a P.O. box.
We did.
And here's one more thing before we tell you where we are, completely unrelated. Emerson and Vivian, take it away.
Okay, so this really has nothing to do with the vlog that we're about to see, but we just thought this was really cool, and Vivi's gonna explain something to you. This stuff is called Martinelli's.
Yeah.
It's Martinelli's apple juice. Comes in this container, and now there are two different kinds. There are the glass containers, and then there are the plastic containers. It is most important that you get the plastic containers and not the glass ones. Okay?
Yeah.
So check this out. This is the weirdest thing ever.
Let's see it pop out.
So you open up and you drink some of the apple juice. Is that enough? And how does the apple juice taste?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's like
one of the best
really,
apple
really-
juices I've ever
And then
Okay.
you close it.
you close it and you're ready for this.
Oh, didn't do it.
Did you hear that? It sounds like you're taking a bite of an apple.
It's
Most
addicting.
bizarre product ever, but I think that is so cool.
And you know why it makes this sound?
Why does it make the sound?
There are 3 layers of plastic.
Okay.
So it's the plastic squeaking together.
Oh, okay.
So it goes.
That is so interesting. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now back to our regularly scheduled vlog.
So wasn't that weird? Okay. So, okay, so where are the Albans today? We decided, what the heck, we're gonna just kind of drive around for a little bit, and we decided to take a little tiny road trip. It's only about 2.5 hours away from
And
where
most of the 4th of July stuff in our area has been canceled. There's not really anything
there's
going on. We were going to go to our
no fireworks, no
to our
nothing.
Elks Club for thing, but they canceled it because they were too worried about too many people. So.
And the social distancing thing and all
they
that.
weren't
so.
going to. Couldn't guarantee the safety of their members, so they decided to cancel it.
So all festivities have been canceled. So we decided to take a drive, a 2.5-hour drive, and come down to my favorite little town on Route 66.
This one's your favorite?
This one's my favorite in Illinois. Okay, I don't know why. I honestly can't tell you why. I just
It's a
love
good
it.
one.
Yeah, they got a lot of murals on the walls, things like
Lot
that.
of murals.
So, but and we're gonna try something new today. We're gonna try a place we've never eaten before, and it's been around since the 1930s, and it's called the Palms Cafe. But we are in the town of Atlanta, Illinois, not Atlanta, Georgia. We didn't drive that far, but
And that ain't no little town.
Yeah, right. But Atlanta, Illinois. So we're going to take you around Atlanta, show you around.
It's a sweet little town.
It's really cool. All right, so let's go. Let's see Atlanta. All right, so we are going to start off our day in Atlanta at the Palms Grill Cafe. Like I said, this place has been around since the 1930s, and not much has changed inside. So this is inside. They're doing, you can eat inside if you want now, but they are still doing the social distancing. So every other table. But there is the bar, and they've got the old style cash register. And I'm going to show you a picture that was taken like in the 40s or something, and you'll see that this place has not changed that much. They got, look at this pinball machine. How cool is that? It was originally 5 cents, but times have changed, and now it's going to cost you a quarter.
This does still work too.
This does still work?
It does.
Wow, look at this. Oh, that is so cool.
And then the old bone still works.
The old, oh my God.
And the old fridge, we still have the ice cube, like the ice trays for it and everything, and
Okay.
it still works as well.
Oh.
That one back there.
All right, I'll go over and take a look at that. That is just too cool, though.
I know. It makes stuff to last.
That is great. But look at public telephone. You can make some local calls here. And there is the phone right there, and that phone does work, and it's an old dial phone. And it's rumored that this place has got some awesome cakes and pies as well. So this, look at this. It's got the original ice machine and the old refrigerator in here. And look at these malt mixers. So there's the single malt mixers and the multi-mixer right back there. Today's pies is blueberry, blackberry, lemon cake, and apple. They do have some outdoor seating, which is
we are much more comfortable using.
we are. Right now we're still, you know, in the well, let's just wait and see phase.
Yeah, we know that the Illinois has opened up
Quite a bit of things. Yeah.
Indoor seating, but limited.
Right.
But we're just
Playing it safe.
we're just
More-
not ready for it.
That's right. So we're gonna sit outside and enjoy our lunch, and so when it comes, we'll show everybody, right?
Yes.
I like your mask.
I got a mustache.
Little mustache. I'm being patriotic because it's the 4th, so I got my American flag one. All right, Becky, what you got here?
Grilled cheese with tomato.
Ooh, that looks good too. And then with their fried chips.
Yep.
I got fried chips too, but I got myself a patty melt on rye bread. Ooh, yay! All right, we'll tell you how it is when after we're done. Becky,
Yeah.
how was your meal?
Delicious.
It was. That, you know how I'm always on the lookout for like the perfect cheeseburger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This
and
rank.
Philly cheesesteak and patty melt.
That's right.
And
But I'm telling you, this was as far as a burger goes and stuff. I know it was a patty melt, not a but this ranks in the top 5.
as Emerson would have said in first grade, they got good meat.
They got good meat. That's right. This was fantastic. Highly, highly recommend this place. 5 stars all the way.
Definitely.
All right, so let's
Very
walk
nice
around.
staff.
Yeah, super nice. And so let's walk around Atlanta a little bit, and we'll show you around. And this is Sarah. She is just an awesome waitress right here at the Palms Cafe, and she was so friendly. And thank you so much for everything.
You guys drive safe.
So the next thing we're gonna see here is Bunions Statue. Look at the size of that hot dog. But he is a Bunion statue. And let me show you a picture here real quick of where he used to be. So he used to be at this place in Cicero, Illinois called Bunion's Hot Dogs. And he moved out to Atlanta, Georgia when Bunion's closed down. And they operated until 2003, and then Atlanta said, we will give him a nice home right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta, Illinois. And so they won the bid for him, and now here he sits. So I guess it was 10 years ago that they actually refurbished him, but now he's already getting sun faded again. So
Well, we've all changed in 10 years.
yes, that's right. So they're gonna probably do him again soon. But yeah, so here he is. Ooh, that was a nice breeze.
It was.
It is rather warm today.
About 91.
About 91 degrees, I
But
believe.
the humidity seems a little low.
Yeah, but here's one of those murals that I was talking about, and there's one for the Palms Grill Cafe up there, which is where we just ate, which is right across the street. There's a place here called the Arch Street Artisan shops. They got souvenirs and stuff, but they've even got a pretty darn cool mural on theirs. Boots, shoes, furnishings, dry goods, clothing, McKnone and Hawes. We knock them out, or we knock them all out on low prices. So across the street there's a gift shop, 66 Memories. On this side, the Arch Street Artisans is also a gift shop that you can get t-shirts and hats, license plates, all sorts of good stuff. So over on the fire department, over there across the street, they got a nice mural over there as well with the fire helmets. And there's a restaurant on the other side of the street called Chubby's, and they got a mural over there. I love these things written out, like they got spray painted on the ground, Route 66. Yeah, not a big thoroughfare anymore, as I'm standing right in the middle of the road. So right across the street from the restaurant, they have the Atlanta, Illinois Route 66 Park. So let's take a quick peek over here.
What's this ticket booth?
What's the what? Oh, the ticket office?
What is this?
I don't know. We'll find out.
This is a field marker stone.
This is a field marker stone. So, moved in 2005 from its original location where it stood as a property line marker for a farm. So, this is how you used to mark your property when you had the farm. And what is the...
Okay, so this was an information booth,
Okay.
but it started its life as a ticket office at the Atlanta Fair. The fair operated on the southwest edge of Atlanta from 1860 to 1929.
Wow. So this is what drinking fountains used to look like, folks. It just had a constant flow of water, usually from a well. And this one is from 1934.
Wow, that is cool.
That is pretty darn cool. So this they have these in just about every single town that you'll visit on Route 66. It says, Wheels of Fortune on 66. Businesses followed the highway, and Atlanta boomed when Route 66 was built in the 1920s. But it didn't last. By 1947, the busy road was rebuilt to bypass town to the east. So that was I-55, the interstate, and things just became abandoned. It's dinging. So it's 2 o'clock. That was the tower over here by the public library. I was going to mention this in just a second, but since it just rang out, I'll talk about it right now. They have a very interesting public library. Oh, hello, Amtrak. All right. So anyway, the public library here is an interesting library because it is built in the shape of an octagon. So So it's an 8-sided building, and the clock tower here is pretty darn cool because once a week it is the job of somebody that works at the library to come out and hand wind it. That's right. So a little about this clock tower. It was originally part of the high school, and when the high school got torn down, Back to the Future, they had a Save the Clock fundraising campaign. Save the clock tower, save the clock tower. And so they took it apart, I guess brick by brick, and completed it or rebuilt it in 1982. I was misinformed. I thought it was once a week. The keepers of the clock who live and or work in Atlanta take turns keeping the clock in operation by hand winding it approximately 55 turns 3 times a week. I thought it was just once a week, but it is 3 times a week. One of the keepers of the clock have to come by and wind it up. And here is that octagon-shaped library, which is pretty darn cool. And there's the here is the doorway to get into the clock, where the keeper of the clock, I don't know if we can see in it or not, maybe. Look at that, look at the pendulum. That is so cool. So somewhere on this contraption, you have to wind it 55 times, 3 times a week.
How did you get home then?
Well, about the only way.
This, you can push a button on this thing, and the signs talk to you.
Here's the best thing. Here's the best thing.
When I was napping along and all.
I don't know where you can get the passport. Probably in Joliet. But you put your like piece of paper on here, and
you scratch it out. Oh,
and then you rub the crayon or pencil over it, and you get an imprint.
That's pretty darn
cool. I was out here at the Palms Grill. The meeting place.
So this was a mural that they actually had saved, and it says Atlanta, Illinois, midway on Illinois' Mother Road. When you are in Atlanta, you are halfway through Route 66 of Illinois. How about that? So you were right in between, halfway through from the trip from Chicago, Illinois to St. Louis, Missouri. So this flag here, the American flag, is dedicated to all the men and women who have honorably served our country from the Atlanta community. Oh man, nice backfire on the tractor over there. Wow, look at that awesome mural right across the street. J.H. Judy & Sons Groceries. Queensware, notions, and musical merchandise. So I didn't notice it when we were eating here, but look at this old sign for the Greyhound lines. You used to be able to get your bus tickets here. How about that? Now grain elevators, kind of like what you see over here, there's no shortage of grain elevators here in farm country of Illinois. But this here is one of the oldest. Established in 1903. This is the J.H. Honks Grain Elevator and Art Agricultural Museum. So there, right there, is the grain elevator. Now they do give tours, and there is a museum. However, because of the 4th of July holiday, they are closed. So this building right here was the scale house. And so when you'd have grain and things like that, you would bring it in here and you could weigh it. And that way you knew how much to charge people for your goods. So that building right there, that's scale house number 1. And this was scale house number 2. And that itself was the grain elevator right there. So I showed you that grain elevator from 1903. So taking a look at these, welcome to the 60s and 70s. Welcome to the 80s. Welcome to the 2000s. Holy smokes. Look at that. So before we leave Atlanta, we need to show you one more thing. And it makes me happy. And it's their water tower. So you may be asking yourself, Matt, how can a water tower make you happy? Look at it. I mean, it's smiling at me. How can you not be not happy seeing a water tower like that? And the water tower, there's where we just were over by the grain elevator. That's the old grain elevator. And then the water tower's right here. All right. So, how did you like Atlanta today?
Very nice. Hot.
It's hot Atlanta today.
My face is all red now.
Yeah, but had a fantastic meal.
Oh, delicious.
Gosh,
Very
it was
good.
so good.
Nice people.
Yeah, super nice people. And it was the very first time we'd ever eaten there. Been here several times. But yeah, just, I love this town. Love the murals, love just the atmosphere. Everybody in the town is so friendly.
Yes.
And I was surprised.
We even bought
go ahead.
we even bought an Arnold Palmer from some little kids.
Yeah, they had a little lemonade stand going, so we bought it. It was 25 cents, and then there was 3 girls, so we tipped them each $1 after we gave them the 25 cents. So, made their day. But yeah, so just a great little town. Love this little Route 66 town. So if you're ever doing Route 66, make sure you stop in at Atlanta and say hi to everyone. All right? Tell them the Alban sent you.
They won't know what you're talking about.
No, but just do it anyway. So if you like what you see, as always, give us a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And we'll see you guys next time on
Where the heck are the Albans?
Yeah. Bye, everyone.